What's up, everyone? It's Wheeler here. This is Akashic Skies, day 24 of the Grounding Challenge. How do you find peace in your solitude and move away from those who don't serve you? What's up, everyone? It's day 24 of the Grounding Challenge. It's been sunny for 3 days in a row. And I think it was cloudy for about 8 in a row, and it's changed my whole outlook. It goes to show you how important it is to get outside, get some sunlight, and to make sure you have proper sunlight inside. I've been taking time to get new fixtures, new bulbs, high quality bulbs. As you can see, we're out here grounding, so that when I wake up, we're signaling my circadian rhythm to wake up and get awake early in the morning. So anyways, we're going to talk about how to find peace in your solitude and break away from those who don't serve you. And also, I was talking to somebody about this, one of my coworkers, and he said that all this talk about moving away from people who don't serve you or who aren't as good as you or something like that is divisive and is separating people from each other. But what we concluded is that a lot of the times when you aren't elevated or you're in a weaker state or a more vulnerable state, sometimes you have to separate yourself from past influences. Like, let's say we're talking about people who are in college and are in the drinking culture and going out. You will probably have to separate yourself from those friends for a while so you can work on yourself and become stronger and more mentally tough and build positive routines. So if you do decide to go back to these people, which oftentimes you don't, you develop new friends, new ways of doing things, and more healthy habits and activities. Oftentimes you don't go back to them, but when you do, you won't be so influenced by their energy because you'll be a whole being yourself. You'll be elevated. You'll have you have created energetic boundaries where people won't impact you, and you'll be elevating those around you. You won't have. So I found I've been easily influenced by other people's energy and what they talk about, and I had to separate from people in the past that I was just mindlessly following into situations that didn't make me feel good, and it led to me having more solitude and ways that I was able to find peace in the solitude or be content in the solitude is trying to reignite the fires of things that I love doing. It took a while, so even when it got even to the low points, you just got to keep trucking along. But basically, I started to do things that I used to do, and I just continued doing them until I started enjoying it again. In one of my jobs, I do IT, so I started taking some more IT jobs, and I started looking into things. I started revamping my studio in my house. I started finding DIY projects and just kept doing them. I started changing my diet, so I have more energy and I'm healthy. I started changing my sleep schedule, so I have more energy and I'm not relying on other people for energy or distraction. I minimized phone use. I started reading every day, every night before I go to sleep. I played affirmations in the morning and at night. Healing frequencies. I started a morning ritual to start out the day. Set the alarm around 5:30 a.m. Get up about 6, do my meditation and yoga, and then continue my ritual. So I'm focused. I'm taking a Security Plus course and a language course, and I'm constantly being stimulated by that. And I'm reading the book Untethered Soul, and I'm constantly sitting in the seat of my consciousness. These are all things that are helping me become happier in my solitude, and they're all related to my health and mental, physical, spiritual well-being. You have to get yourself to a point where you in your resting state is comfortable, not anxious and stressed out, and not reliant on another person. I just got out of a relationship. Finally, it finally pretty much completely ended with, a couple blips about a year ago now. And it took me so long to like drop that oxytocin and all that connection. Still sometimes, you think about, you just have a built-in hardwired, like in my brain and in my body, connection with somebody else. And even though it wasn't really where you needed to be at that moment, it takes a long time to phase through that. And definitely don't have any hard feelings towards that person. I think I'm at a point now where I could totally, potentially be friends with said person, but I think we're both in a good place now and probably don't want to mess up a good thing. And as for being content in my solitude, it's also making your space somewhere that's inspiring and elevating you too. Make your space comfortable, clean your space, like tidy things up, take care of yourself and your space, so that it's the place you want to be and you're not thinking about this mess every day. Get up and do it, fix it, instead of thinking about it every day. That's another thing though, is also not overthinking and overanalyzing. That's something I do all the time. So that's another thing. What else? Ways to cut ties with people that don't serve you. You gotta kind of just not be a people pleaser, not worry about making them upset or frustrated. You can do it in a respectful way, but it's literally just growing away from them. Maybe minimizing your time on social media, where these people might be. Some people you literally just have to cut off. That's the only way to do it. There's people who that don't deserve to be in your life, shouldn't be in your life. You sometimes just gotta remove them. If that means, you gotta remove them from your social media or whatever, you gotta do it. It's gonna be better for both you guys, because the person that's putting the energy onto you that doesn't serve you, it's not doing them any good, and it's not doing you any good. So you gotta learn how to create those boundaries. So that was a quick one. Day 24 of the grounding challenge. Health, happiness, and abundance. Peace and love, everyone. Have a good day. Love you.